Also, someone tell me about Elon Musk. How did this happen? How is this? Make it make sense. Like, I know he did not get to be a trillionaire from selling electric go-karts. Wireless internet, like, this has to be his government ties. Now all of a sudden he goes away for a little while and then comes back as a trillionaire. Like, what the hell happened? And we're just gonna be okay with this? That he didn't obviously get this through, I don't. It's time that we took it back, that we reclaimed our individual value, our sovereignty, our recognition of the intrinsic value of others, and stop devaluing each other and ourselves to the point where we're willing to subject ourselves to whatever in order to survive. We look down on the sex workers like, as long as at least I'm not having sex for money, I'll give my heart and soul to a place and work there until I can't even move anymore or think, and all I want to do is come home and sleep. But at least I'm not having sex for my money. Like, what's worse? Literally, what is worse than that? That's your life. That's your essence. That's everything you are. And your only takeaway is that at least it didn't cost you having to have sex with someone. Like, that's your big win. Clearly are missing the point, the underlying spiritual implications of the things that we do in order to earn our wage. Maybe it's not even one job, maybe it's 2 or 3. This system needs to change. And I'm gonna start writing it down. Like, this is, my thoughts on this are so disorganized, I can't even begin. And I appreciate you for following along with this. There's so much to it. It can become so complex to develop, an idea for a system that would move away from the only system we've ever known. It's gonna take some collaboration, some patience, and it might not be perfect. In fact, it probably won't be, but it'll be better than this. Like, what is New Earth gonna look like? Is it gonna be the rebuilding after a huge, devastating, worldwide restructuring event of some sort, where we have no choice but to rebuild? I mean, it feels like that's going to be our only option, is some sort of an event that forces us to come together. Because voluntarily, too many of us have our head in the clouds still on the sports teams and the celebrities that are out there. All right, I just had to pause it for this orange. This is so freaking good. I love it when you get like the perfect Mandarin. You know what I'm talking about. Some of them are a little this way or a little that way. Then you get that like one that's just dialed. Like, yes. Don't want it to end. Those are the ones that I'll separate into each segment if I can. From Elon Musk and his fuckery to the fuckery of the government, the rest of the billionaires, all of the controlling interests in this company, with the lies we've been sold to get where we are, and the amount of illumination that we're going to need to shine through the ignorance that we've been born into and sold our entire lives, is going to take more than just that's why I really do feel like, in order for the New Earth to happen, like, there's got to be some kind of a major event that just triggers a mass awareness that are disguising themselves as truth, but they are propagating the same failed systems and structures, but they're calling themselves truth. But it's the same damn thing in a different package. I don't know. I gotta organize my thoughts a little bit. How can we empower people into seeing their actual value, understanding themselves? Because that's step number one, is seeing yourself as independent of others who may have been put on society's pedestal. Understanding the value and inherent sovereignty of others, we reach an understanding of we're all equal, all, including the ones that we pedestalize for certain different reasons. Money, wealth, fame, those things that we're taught to idolize, idealize in people without recognizing the inherent value that each of us has. So we undersell ourselves and we undersell each other to the point where we see everyone in our reality as equally worthless and only attributing special anything to the ones that are placed on the pedestal by multiple other people. So as long as other people, the collective, gets behind it and puts their energy and time to it and says, this is the thing to achieve, this is what why do we then single out a single individual as if that's the thing to achieve when the majority of us are incapable of achieving it? Why is that then such a sought after feature if uniqueness in that sense is so rare? Why is that the thing to achieve when only one person out of how many millions can? I would think that traits to look up to and look after would be ones that could be more beneficial to more people. The fact that that person is not beneficial to millions. In fact, they're to the detriment of millions because of who they are, because of what they put out to the world, that this is how you need to be, otherwise you're just not that good. That's a detriment. That's not a value. So the fact that we pedestalize uniqueness like that actually is what holds us back from seeing our own uniqueness and the uniqueness in others, because we're comparing it now to this thing that's on a pedestal that no one else can achieve. That's part of the restructuring that needs to happen. We need to see that the people that can actually, what are they actually contributing to others and to humanity and to like the people in need? That makes them more unique and special than just someone who happens to look good on camera or smile nice for pictures. That is the new restructuring in the new earth.